Lyft, if you truly want me to come back and drive for you, please stop doing this. So a little background, heading into 2019, September of 2019, I had driven almost exclusively for Lyft for 3 years. They were great during that time. They were offering better bonuses than Uber. They were pushing the ball forward for drivers. Lyft had pioneered a lot of the driver-friendly programs that are in place now. Same-day pay, tipping, they've always had tipping in app. Uber waited a long time before they allowed passengers to tip electronically. So everything was going great with Lyft. The money was good, the bonuses were good, the programs were good. And then they tried to make a really stupid change here in my market of Minneapolis and St. Paul. In the guise of wanting to pay us for all of our time, they wanted to start paying us from the moment we accept the ride to the moment that we drop a passenger off. So they wanted to pay us for that pickup distance, which is a great idea. But in turn, they cut our per mile rate in half. So essentially, if I had a nearby pickup and it was a longer ride, I was getting paid a 50% per mile rate that I was getting paid just a week before. I knew going in that this was going to be a rate cut, but I decided that I would give this a try for a couple of weeks. Ended up, I think my earnings were down 10% over those 2 weeks. Immediately after that, I stopped driving for Lyft and went right to Uber because Uber was paying me that per mile and per minute rate that I was just losing to Lyft a few weeks prior. Now, in the 3 years since then, I have driven almost exclusively for Uber. In the past year, I believe my last Lyft ride was October of last year, so nearly a year ago. But this month, Lyft sent me a great offer. They are guaranteeing me a payout of at least $1,400 if I give 60 rides by October 2nd. And typically when I give 60 rides, that typically works out in earnings of about $600. So Lyft essentially is probably going to have to bonus me $800. In the email, they said how they wanted me back as a driver. This is a great way to do it, to have a great offer like this. Now again, I hadn't driven for Lyft in nearly a year, since October of last year, so I'm not quite sure how demand is, and on Monday it was a lot slower than what I'm used to with Uber. I gave 17 rides over a nearly 10-hour period, and that same amount of time with Uber, I probably could have given anywhere from 25 to 30 rides. So Monday was okay, it was a lot slower than Uber, but in the back of my mind, I knew that I had that earnings guarantee. So as slow as it is, I still have a 3-week period where I have to give 60 rides, and I'm gonna probably get a bonus payment of anywhere from $700 to $800. All right, now Tuesday was a lot better overall. I ended up giving 21 rides in nearly 9 hours. So that's 4 more rides and nearly an hour less than Monday. But the morning of Tuesday, I got an email from Lyft that pissed me off. I had just declined a request that was about 5 miles away. Immediately in my email inbox, I got this message, and I also got this message in the Lyft driver app. The subject is, try to accept every ride request, please. The more rides, the better. It looks like you've been missing a few ride requests lately. As a friendly reminder, accepting those requests helps the Lyft community run smoothly. It's frustrating for passengers to have to wait longer for a driver to pick them up. And my acceptance rate at the time with Lyft was 77%. Why are you sending me this email? 77%, I'm accepting almost 4 out of every 5 rides. An email like this makes it look like you care nothing about the driver. The request that I just declined was 5 miles away. I don't want to be having to accept requests that are that far away. If you're trying to ingratiate yourself to the driver, you're trying to bring me back to your platform, sending me a message like this is not great. Yes, offering me the $1,400 guarantee is great. I love that, and I'm going to try to achieve that. But you haven't been offering me bonuses at all over the better part of the last year. My acceptance rate on Uber currently is 40%. They never send me messages like this. 77% with Lyft within the first week, and they send me a message like this. And I get it, these are automatic messages that go out. Stop them. And it gets better. So later in the day, I ended up having to cancel a ride because the passenger had a baby and did not have a car seat. So I had to cancel that ride, and you can't give Lyft the reason, no car seat, and I'm not just going to sit there and wait out the full cancellation period, so I canceled the ride. Then I got another notice in the driver app. Cancellation notice, we've noticed you've canceled a few rides lately. You can always go offline when you can't complete rides. And this popped up a few hours after I had actually canceled that ride. I believe on Monday I canceled 1 ride, and on Tuesday I canceled 1 ride. 2 rides out of nearly 60 requests I canceled, and this is a message that I get in the driver app. And real quickly, I just have a couple other bones to pick with Lyft. This limit taps while in motion message in the driver app is annoying. I don't need the hand holding. I know I want to try and limit taps while in motion, but sometimes you have to click the app to see kind of navigationally where I need to go. And also another issue, and this goes back a year to when I was driving back last year in October. Sometimes when you accept a request, immediately after you accept that request, for a very brief temporary period, it looks like the passenger has canceled the ride. This is before the navigation kicks in. So sometimes I'm like, I accept that ride, it looks like the passenger is canceled, I start driving towards the passenger, and I see that it's a cancellation, but then it pops back up that I still have that ride. So what's going on there in that little brief period where it looks like the ride has been canceled? Fix all of this stuff. These messages, these automatic messages, you are not ingratiating yourself to the driver. Sure, it's great to offer bonuses, the cash is great, and I probably would, if I was consistently offered offers like this, I would probably just deal with all this stuff in the driver app. But you're not going to continue to offer me this stuff and then sending me messages like this in the driver app. I'm not going to drive for you. All right, I'll get off my soapbox. Like I say, I loved driving for Lyft for a good 3-year period there leading up to 2019. They were fantastic. Then I feel like they went public. They tried to change a bunch of things, and they've completely ruined the experience, at least for myself. Yes, they sent me a great offer this month, and I will achieve that. But everything else, all the other stuff in the app, getting the messages, they're shooting themselves right in the foot and pushing drivers like myself away, especially when I have another platform like Uber, which in my market, Uber is offering upfront pricing for drivers. So I get all the details up front. Lyft is not offering that. So Uber offers me all of these details. They're busier. They offer me bonuses consistently. There's no reason for me to drive for Lyft unless they're going to pay me like they're paying me this month. Lyft, please do better. I know you can. I know you have. Please stop trying to hold drivers' hands. Please stop sending automatic messages like these. You are not motivating me to want to drive for you further. Thanks again for watching. Please like, comment, or subscribe, and drive safe. Thanks.